The conscious class, the silent resistance inside Jehovah's Witnesses. Community. Jehovah's Witnesses have an internal class they would not really want, and many are not even aware of. Not yet. Have you ever felt that something isn't right, but you're too afraid to say it out loud? Have you ever read a Watchtower article, heard a governing body update, or sat through a meeting and thought, that doesn't make sense? That doesn't feel right. If this is the truth, why does it need to be controlled so tightly? If you have, you are not alone. There are thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses worldwide who think just like you. They sit in the meetings, they answer at the Watchtower study, they go in service, they are elders, ministerial servants, pioneers, publishers, and yet, inside, they know something is wrong. They are called the conscious class, those who are awake to the flaws, the contradictions, and the deception within the organization, but remain inside because leaving would cost them everything. Who are the conscious class? They are Jehovah's Witnesses who no longer believe in the organization, but stay because they fear the consequences of leaving. Some stay because they don't want to lose their family, some stay because they don't want to lose their friends, some stay because they have nowhere else to go, some stay because they are elders or pioneers who have built their entire lives around the organization, and leaving would mean starting over from nothing. They are trapped, physically in, but mentally out. This is why Jehovah's Witnesses don't just lose members when they are disfellowshipped. Excuse me, removed, as they are called now. They lose them long before that, when people stop believing but keep pretending. Why does the conscious class exist? Because Jehovah's Witnesses do not allow freedom of thought. You are allowed to believe only what the governing body tells you. You are allowed to ask questions, but only if the answer leads back to Watchtower's teachings. You are allowed to have doubts, but only if they push you to study more and strengthen your faith, never if they lead you to a conclusion outside the organization. You are taught that independent thinking is dangerous, that apostates are mentally diseased, that reading outside sources will corrupt your mind, and so, if you begin to wake up, if you start seeing the inconsistencies, you have only two options: speak out and lose everything, your family, your friends, your entire world. Stay silent and pretend to believe, even as your doubts grow. Most choose to stay silent. This is why Jehovah's Witnesses claim to be a unified people, but in reality, their congregations are filled with people who no longer believe. The conscious class is proof that Jehovah's Witnesses are not as strong as they seem. It is proof that disfellowshipping does not keep the congregation clean. It simply forces people to stay inside under threat of losing everything. If the truth is so powerful, why does it need to trap people? What keeps them inside? Fear. Fear of being disfellowshipped, fear of losing family, fear of being alone, fear of being called an apostate, fear of starting over. They are prisoners, not of Jehovah, but of the organization. If Jehovah's Witnesses really had the truth, why would they need to use fear to keep people inside? Why would they need to threaten people with ostracism and isolation just for questioning? Shouldn't the truth be strong enough to stand on its own? The conscious class proves that Jehovah's Witnesses are not a people united by faith. They are a people held together by fear and coercion. What happens when they wake up? Some stay for years, pretending, some slowly fade away, hoping to escape unnoticed, some take the risk, leave, and rebuild their lives, and some, the bravest ones, start planting seeds, helping others wake up too. These are the ones who help bring the walls of Watchtower down from the inside. If you are watching this and you are part of the conscious class, know this: you are not alone, you are not crazy. Your doubts are real and there is life outside the organization. The governing body wants you to believe that leaving means losing everything, but what they don't tell you is that staying means losing yourself. So ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to live a lie? How much longer will you stay silent, knowing the truth? What are you waiting for? Because the moment you stop letting fear control you is the moment you truly wake up, and that is what the Watchtower fears the most.